gonna miss me, gonna miss, yeah, you gonna miss.
If you are a sneaker reseller just like myself and you are looking on ways to build your credit, or if you don't have any credit and you want to get your first credit card, or if you're looking to improve your credit score, I'm going to give you guys some tips on how to improve it, how to keep it steady, and ways that you can just increase your credit score, that you can have a higher limits on your cards so you can buy more shoes, get more rewards, and end up reaping the rewards of a credit card, because a credit card is much better for reselling than debit cards. That's just the truth. And it's super tough buying, tons of pairs of shoes if you don't have really good credit. So stay tuned for the video, guys. I'm gonna give you guys some really good tips if you just stay tuned. All right, so I'm gonna start the first section off of this video. If you're a younger kid, maybe 16, 17, 18, and you're buying shoes and you don't really have credit yet, you don't have a credit card, or maybe you have your first credit card, but your limit's maybe $500 to $1,000, that really doesn't give you a lot of leeway, right? So I'll tell you my story with credit. I started with my first credit card when I was 17, I believe. It was this card, Capital One Platinum secured card. Hopefully you can't see those numbers. Anyways, Capital One Platinum secured card. When I first started with this credit card, my limit was $200. That was my credit limit. So if you're a beginner and you don't have any credit at all, I recommend looking up the best secured cards. And what a secured card means is you're gonna have to put down a deposit, and then once they see that you're making your payments on your card, they'll give you your deposit back, and then they'll start to increase your credit line. Now, the Capital One Platinum secured card, if you're gonna go for this, they still haven't raised my limits very much. I think it's at almost $1,000, and my other cards are at almost $10,000. So the Capital One Platinum secured card is a good secured card to get started with, but they're not really gonna raise your limits, and it doesn't have any benefits of using it. It's just a credit card. You don't get rewards, you don't get cash back or anything like that. But if you're a beginner and you're looking to get your first card, I definitely recommend getting the Capital One Platinum card, just because it's a good secured card to get you started to build your credit. Now, after I told you my first credit card, I'll tell you my first tips that I would like to give for beginners trying to build credit. Number one, only utilize 30% of all your credit cards. So if you have a $1,000 credit card, just one credit card and one limit of $1,000, never spend over $300 before paying that off. Now, why does this impact your credit score? Because if they see that you're spending more than you can pay back and utilizing more of your card than what you're typically paying off, your credit score is gonna go down because you owe more and you're using more of your utilization. I kind of learned this the hard way. I have a credit score now of almost 762, I believe, or 762. And maybe a year and a half ago, I had a credit score of 650, and I had 2 credit cards, and now I have 4 with super high limits that help me resell. So that is my first major tip, is 30% utilization on all your cards. Number 2, don't apply for cards if you know your credit score and you know you're not gonna get accepted for it. So basically what that means is when you apply for a credit card, there's soft hits and hard hits on your credit. A hard hit is gonna be applying for a new credit card. They're gonna pull all your information, they're gonna hit your credit score and all that, and they're gonna see if they're gonna accept you. And if you don't get accepted, that could hurt your credit score if you don't get the card that you apply for. So that means take your time to look into what it takes to get the card before you actually apply for it, because there's many things that can happen to your credit score if you apply and you don't get accepted for it. That is my second tip. My third tip, and this is just something that's self-explanatory, always pay your cards on time. So you should always have something set up, automatic payments. I mean, if you're like me, you pay your credit card off every month in full, which is what's recommended, but the main thing you need to watch out for is the 30%, because that is what's gonna hurt it. Late payments as well, and credit history. You can see all this if you have like a credit card already. You can go on like CreditWise or FICO, and it'll tell you the different things that affect your credit score. But this is just for beginners, so you probably don't have credit starting out. So this is just tips for in the future once you get your card. Like I said, 30% utilization, make sure your payments are on time, and do not apply for a credit card that you're not ready for or you don't have enough information about. So getting into benefits, the reason why I like travel cards is because if you are buying shoes constantly and spending money on these shoes constantly, they will get you reward points for travel, hotels, and everything of that sort. Now, I personally travel much more than I usually would like cash back, so my choice was travel over cashback cards. Now, you could get a cashback card if you like cashback, or you could get a travel card if you like travel cards. I have the Delta card when I travel Delta, and my Chase Sapphire Preferred card is for any other travel or hotel. So as you can see, for me, between 3 cards, it's very easy to buy bulk shoes. You know, I have a very high credit limit for all my cards, and it's really easy for me to get pairs, sell the pairs, pay off my cards as that month goes on. Now, it takes a lot of time, so you're gonna have to build your credit. You're gonna have to get different credit cards and increase your credit limit so that you'll be able to buy and resell at a higher rate than what you have previously done before. Because I remember using my debit card with buying and reselling. I would go into overdraft, you know, a lot, because I would buy 6 pairs of shoes, hit overdraft, and then have, you know, 20 days before I sold all the pairs of shoes and had to pay my overdraft fees and everything for my debit card. So credit cards really saved my life reselling, and I definitely think it's a good option for any young person into reselling, trying to get into it. It's an easy way to buy and sell and pay off. And you know, if you're good with credit, seriously, don't just buy this. And I could go to the store right now and buy, you know, 3 Louis bags, but that's stupid. You can't do that with your credit. You really have to take care of your credit score. It affects you in the long run for houses, apartments, cars, everything, loans. You guys really have to think about what you do as a young adult that'll affect your credit score in the long run. And that's what I've learned from my parents and my friends. Shout out AP for teaching me all about credit, and his dad for teaching me all about credit, because it really got it popping for me. So if you guys have any questions about credit, leave it in the comment section below. If you like this video, if you like the information about this, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow my Twitter page. And I will get some more videos to you guys about reselling. I'll get you guys some more vlogs out, and I'll get you guys overall some more content out. Thank you guys for watching.
I'm better off alone. Stop calling my phone. I'm better off alone. Best for you to get going, yeah. Saying whoa.